Tiny Home Tours is incredibly excited and humbled to reach the 1 million subscriber mark. In May of 2011, the very first van tour was posted to this channel, marking the beginning of this decade-long journey. In that time, we have toured over 700 vans, buses, and tiny homes, each with their own cool, creative, and unique features. To celebrate this milestone, we have selected a handful of tours with features that we thought stood out above the rest. So sit back and enjoy some of the most unique and memorable tiny homes we've seen. There is no doubt that people have strong opinions about what a tiny home's bathroom situation should or should not include. Some people demand a flush toilet, while others consider dealing with black water more hassle than it's worth. For us, we think that Crystal's setup is number one when it comes to number two.
Last thing that I want to show you is my outhouse. I'm pretty proud of this because I built it again by myself out of recycled wood. I used recycled paint on this. It's kind of fun. We have a little curtain. I didn't originally have a curtain, I just wanted it open so you could see the views, but one time I was sitting in there and a plane flew over and it was pretty close and I was like, oh hey. So I decided to put a curtain on just in case. And then yeah, this is it. Something that we do in Alaska is we'll take off the toilet seats in the winter and put a styrofoam seat down because sitting on porcelain is cold. And the styrofoam doesn't get cold. You can sit on it, no problem. You don't have that feel when you have to pee. But yeah, this is the business spot.
One of the classic debates in the van and schoolie building process is whether to have a fixed bed or a bed that converts to a dinette. While each style has its own drawbacks and benefits, neither is perfect. But we do think Shannon and her dog Gracie have the best of both worlds with their elevator bed system.
This is my dining area. I hang out here a lot when I'm working or relaxing or watching a movie. I have the Lagoon swivel mount table. It comes around and swivels in place and I can work this way. I can have friends over there. It's fun. I like having the table and it's a great workspace. It also duals, it's the Lagoon table, so it duals as if you take this off and put it in this area right here, this whole space can become a bed. So the nice thing about having this area dual as a bed with the tabletop going down in this area is that I can have guests here and it kind of doubles as a bunk bed because this guy up here comes down and that's my bed. So I really wanted a bed that came down from the ceiling because not only do I get to kind of do the bunk bed version to have friends over, but I really wanted the dinette area to work and have meals and have guests over. And I didn't want to always convert it into the bed. I decided to go with the Eurolift bed lift. And all you do is press a little button right here and the bed comes down. And it comes down pretty far, and that way I can just hop on in and have my bed already made or not made and kind of shove it back up there if I don't make it. So it's been really helpful and a lot easier than converting the dinette into a bed every single day.
Many DIY builders will tell you that figuring out and installing the electrical system in their build was the most challenging part. Despite having no prior electrical experience, Elliot built his own system out and got creative by using salvaged Tesla batteries. Check it out.
Below the Murphy bed sits the brains of the operation, the power of it, everything that keeps this fan running. Right behind this panel is my electrical system. Fully custom designed, have never done anything like this before in my life, but I decided to go big with it. So the power of this is 2 batteries that I got salvaged from a Tesla Model S. So that gives me just about 1,000 amp hours of lithium power. Connected to that is 3 ways of charging. The typical solar of 750 watts. I have the alternator charger and I also have a shore power and inverter combo. The biggest downside to using Tesla battery modules is if they die, you can't revive them. So it's just a big waste of money if they completely die. So I have a couple fail-safes in place so that doesn't happen. 2 fail-safes so that it doesn't undercharge, and I have about 3 fail-safes so it doesn't overcharge, just to make the system as safe as possible. Other than those weird caveats, this thing has been a dream. The whole system is mostly 24 volt with some 12 volt converters in there. as well as my 120 volt AC inverter. It is a 3000 watt inverter charger. Another benefit of the Tesla battery modules is their form factor. So I have two sitting right up here at the top, separated by a heating pad. The batteries are about 2.5 inches tall by 24 inches long by 15 inches deep. So they're a really strange form factor that you can just stack them right on top of each other and be completely safe without having these massive batteries that take up this whole section. That was just really killer and space saving. All of that connects to, so my batteries connect to 2 bus bars, which connects to 2 inline fuses, as well as my fuse box, inverter and charger, and my solar panels on the roof.
Many van dwellers list ease of access to the outdoors as one of their top reasons for moving into a van. Hiking, mountain biking, and skiing are some of the most common outdoor activities among nomads. But what do you do when you want to be outdoors but are looking for a less strenuous activity? Check out how James and Deanna gave themselves some leisurely outdoor recreation by using a little bit of extra space they had in their van.
We did have to build the floor up because the wheelbases on the ProMaster are a little higher. So if we just had the bench, your feet wouldn't touch. So it was kind of like a happy accident. So basically we built the floor up, but that actually gave us more storage. So we have a full drawer under here. And then we decided to build a cornhole game because we thought, why not? That'd be fun. So this kind of slides forward. Pop this up. And then we got our bean bags in here. Play a fun game of cornhole. So that's kind of the idea behind that. And then you can see the drawer is just storage here.
Designer and builder Drew built his tiny home on wheels with style and comfort in mind. This home is packed with so many unique and clever features, and we love just about everything he has done. In particular, his bathroom ceiling and drop-down porch stood out as some of the coolest and most unique features we've seen. Check it out.
I always wanted to have a bathroom that the ceiling was cherry blossoms with backlighting behind that. I just thought it had a really cool vibe. And actually my mother's an artist and I had her paint this, and everybody really likes it and it's great. Welcome to the back porch. Here we have a section of the wall in the back that drops down. It folds up seamlessly into the wall and blends in, and you'd never even know it's there. We also have a fold-out awning that I constructed out of electrical components, unistrut, conduit, and double-wall polycarbonate. And once the deck is up, these two legs will fold up, and then the awning fold down against the back. It's so great to be able to drop the deck down, pull the awning out. You can relax on the deck. You can capitalize on the views of wherever you're at. It's great to get the airflow going, lay on the couch, read a book, and just enjoy the sunshine.
You can never give yourself enough seating options in your tiny home. Using the same seat during work hours, meal times, and relaxation times can get you feeling cramped and restless in a small space. While the space inside a van may limit your ability to add more seats, there's always room for additional seating outside. Chris and Jesse found some creative ways to make sure they could enjoy the outdoors in comfort and style.
We actually have 2 hammock chairs, which we are able to hang off the side of our van from 2 hammock chair holders that are mounted to the roof. The last thing under this garage area that we like to talk about is we have a slide out chair that we can sit on. We can fit 2 people and we can actually hang out of the back of the van. And we have these little flip down tables on both doors where we can put a beer or some nachos or whatever we want, hang out, enjoy the outside.
One of the most critical spaces for any working nomad is a functional tiny home office. We often see fold-away desk spaces and swivel seats for those digital nomads who can work with just a laptop. But what do you do if your work requires a lot of space and some specialized equipment? Artists Jose and Cora needed a place to record music and built themselves the perfect solution.
This is our recording studio. Come on in. So this is the studio. It's set up to be basically a space where I and guest musicians can record music across 23 countries. You can see it in its full studio glory right now. We've got a piano here for MIDI tracking and piano tracks. And a lot of the recording equipment is kind of creatively tucked into the space. So you can see We've got vocal mic over here, got instrument mics here. And then when these are not in use, you know, when we're traveling, everything can go away, be put in its place, and then these tuck in and secure. And there they sit and there they stay. So the space is almost completely soundproofed. We've got about 3 inches of all the walls with soundproofing material. But I've actually already recorded a whole movie score in this space, and an album, and a couple singles. So the cool thing about this space is it has many, many uses. So right now you're seeing it in studio mode. So the final use of this space is it's actually also our bedroom. So this is our bed. So there it is. Are these both secured? Yeah. And it's our bed. Full size, super comfy. More space than we need.
We all know that going tiny can require sacrificing some luxuries for the sake of space and simplicity. But with their 4x4 ambulance, Chris and Michelle show us that a little ingenuity can bring some amazing luxury to even the most remote locations.
This is our collapsible hot tub. So this whole thing breaks down. We can carry it in the back of Tanya. The sides are just made out of 3/4 inch plywood with wooden trailer brackets on the corner. So it all snaps apart. Inside, we just have a blue tarp liner that we bought off of eBay. And then this is an M67 immersion heater. So it's military surplus. They're pretty easy to find, about 80, 90 bucks. And you fill this with gasoline, and then it just slowly drips to a burner plate down below, heats the whole body of water, and we can heat the 250 gallons of water in about 4 hours. But even in the snow, in a handful of hours, we can get it up to 100 degrees. And when we're done, it all collapses back down, packs up. We can throw it in the back of Tanya to go to the next spot by a river or a stream. Wherever there's a fresh body of water, we just use a transfer pump to suck it up, pump it into here.
When it comes to making your tiny space feel like home, decorating can be one of the simplest and most effective ways to give it your personal touch. Beverly has managed to make her bedroom area the perfect space for her by adding her own decorative flair. Oh yeah, and she's brought along a special travel companion.
This is my bedroom. I love comfortable things. I have a nice mattress in here. I have nice linens and nice bedding. It's important to me to sleep very comfortable. I think sleep is important. And I love this big bed. This is my travel companion, Brad Pitt. He goes with me everywhere. He's a pretty agreeable travel companion, and I never have to sleep alone.
There are a lot of ways to make a small space feel larger than it is. Some tiny home owners use mirrors to give the illusion of space, while others find ways to expand their space into the outdoors. Check out how design student Caleb put his expertise to work to make his school bus feel bigger and brighter.
I'm like 6'1", and so headspace was a big issue for me. So I definitely wanted a way to be able to like walk through, to not be able to have to duck all the time when I'm in here. And so I cut out this hole in the ceiling and reinforced it with metal tubing and then 2x4s, and then built the way up. This is plexiglass I got, and then up here is just plywood with insulation and then tin on top. And so this really gives me a chance to let in natural light. It gives me a space to where it makes this area feel a lot bigger. It's really just a cool feature. It's one of my favorite parts of this build.
We hope that you enjoyed this video showcasing some of the coolest features we've seen in tiny homes over the years. Once again, we are incredibly excited and incredibly humbled to be reaching this 1 million subscriber mark. We want to take this opportunity to thank you guys, our audience, for sharing in the love and passion for tiny living. We of course want to also thank the hundreds of you guys who've opened up your homes, your buses, your vans to us to allow us to tour. We could not have done this without you. So from our team, Chris, Allie, Loren, Brian, and myself, Sage, and our team of videographers, video editors, and admin staff, we just want to say thank you to you all, and we'll see you in the next video.